Guizhou is a land in southwestern China filled with mystery and wonder. Today we continue our exploration of the southeastern part of the province by heading down to Jiuzhou, an old grey town with a faded glorious history. Jiuzhou sits in Huangping County, 2 hours drive north of Kaili, the capital of southeastern Guizhou. As a water and land transport hub, Jiuzhou used to be a thriving business town. Much of its old architecture reflects the style of buildings from the lower reaches of the Yangtze River, thousands of miles away. These buildings are the legacies of successful business people who traveled from the far reaches of this vast country.
Well, the business tradition continues today. Every 4 days, people from around the region will gather here and turn the old city into a supermarket. By supermarket, I mean about 20 to 30,000 people will be here. Not only on this street, all the street around. It is one of the 9 biggest local markets in the province.
The Chinese Han and the Miao people live together in this area. Coming to this kind of market is a chance to see some of what their everyday lives are like. Here you can see people shop for their daily needs. You can also see the Miao people in their traditional dress. This regular event breathes life into the ancient town. The town is genuinely old. Its origins can be traced back more than 2,000 years. Today, most of its town walls are gone, but a number of old buildings still stand, testifying to its former prestige. In Wenchangong, a temple dedicated to literary achievement, some old people gather to practice Taiji. The peacefulness of the old people reflects the mood of the ancient town. The old town blends Han and Miao culture with Western influences. Take the chance to visit the remains of the town's Catholic church. It's all dilapidated, but people still remember a French priest used to live here. It's said that when the Communist Red Army trekked through the region, General Xiao Ke found a map in French in this church, which played a key role in directing the army's next move. In another old building, the Tianhou Gong, a former temple dedicated to the goddess of the sea, a group of old Miao women perform a traditional dance called the small stool dance. It seems an unusual prop to use, but there must be some story behind it, just like the temple itself. "800 meters north of the Jiuzhou town center is a very special plain. It was a military airfield financed by the Americans during the Second World War. The U.S. Air Force was stationed here for 5 months until the Japanese surrendered. Some people still remember seeing the field in full swing.
我亲眼目睹了，以前那个捕风白天昼夜啊，就往这里起飞，往东方去投弹，投弹以后回来了，这里又起去了，哎，就这样。飞机场呈现了宽五崖的时候，美国的空军大队啊，就住在那一长串，就是还叫美国街，
都有的
啊，美国街啊，两边盖啊，尽是临时帐篷，临时帐帆布的。 帆布的，他们的水桶，提水用的也是帆布的，
也是帆布的。
The airfield extends nearly 10 kilometers, and you can easily identify the main and supporting runways. The locals are thinking of turning it back into an airfield again, so it can continue to play a role in modern Chinese history. 20 minutes drive from Jiuzhou town along an ancient communication route is a little place called Flying Cloud Cliff. It used to be a postal house where people could stop over and take a rest. There is a temple inside, and the place is still the center of local festivals. The compound is a quiet, restful spot that suits the needs of the tired traveler. It was not only a stop-off point for ordinary people. Some high-ranking Qing Dynasty officials have also stayed here. One of the most important Chinese philosophies is harmony between human beings and nature. And this pavilion is a very good example. The small pavilion was designed as part of the rocks. You have to climb through steps built in a cave to get to the second floor. It's a strange experience to open a window into the vast greenness of a quiet vista. This is called Castor topography, typical in Guizhou province. And does it look like clouds to you? Because the local people name it after it, the Cloud Cliff. There used to be a 3-meter-tall statue, Goddess of Mercy, and local people would come and worship her in this natural temple. But when you come, what you really need to do is to look up. A huge cypress tree stands high on top of the rock cave. It's hard to imagine how such a tree could survive on hard stone. I was told the tree is more than 500 years old because there are records of it in old books. In the mountains near Jiuzhou, there live a special group of people. Anthropologists are yet to fit them into a category, but they call themselves the Ge family. You can see them perform in the Feiyun Valley at a rafting resort. The Ge family carries on the warrior spirit, and it's apparent in their costumes. The women look like they're wearing armor and helmets. But the most striking aspect is their headwear. It's like a sun with an arrow on it. The Ge family believe they are the descendants of Hou Yi, the legendary figure who shot down 9 suns to save the world from being scorched. The girl's hair is arranged to commemorate this brave feat of their hero ancestor. In Flying Cloud Valley, the Ge people have also ritualized courtship in their own way. They've developed a dance that's both a performance and a game. It's a very interesting dance. The girl tries to hit her partner's back as the boy tries to step on her feet. All the messages and feelings are expressed in this way, aggressive and sweet at the same time. From Kaili, we head further southeast to reach Rongjiang, where we are going to visit the Dong people, one of the other prominent ethnic groups in the region. The Miao people usually live in the mountains, but the Dong people tend to make their homes along rivers. Along the Duliujiang River in Rongjiang stand thousands of old banyan trees. They've stood here since the Qing dynasty, protecting the riverbanks and the Dong villages. Many small Dong villages are scattered along the waterway. Their wooden houses have sloping roofs that form beautiful geometric designs. The Dong people have a reputation for being great singers, diligent farmers, and able fishermen. After a day's work in the field, people generally head home and sit at home in a group they call 行歌作乐. I understand it meaning singing songs while waiting for the moon to rise. Women continue doing things around the house like spinning or embroidering, all the soft work that's up to the females. As they sing along, men play traditional instruments. I got the feeling that the rhythm of their songs keeps pace with the speed of their busy hands and feet. I'm sure the monotonous work is much less tiring this way, and it's become a romantic way to pass time.
你身上的衣服就这么做出来了？
是纺纱就拿来染布就拿来缝衣裳了，就这样。
太厉害了 ！Imagine all you're wearing is made from cotton into clothes like this, all by your own hands. Not any brand names you bought in the shopping mall. That's pretty cool.
Further east, about 1.5 hour drive in the mountains along the rivers brought us to another quiet retreat from the world.
It's a sunny day and we come to this little village called Zengcheng. It's a Dong village. And you see, it's another block the road welcoming ceremony. Another test.
This is called the Block the Way ceremony, and the girls sing a song to welcome guests from afar.
I wish I could sing back. Wow. Song from heaven.
And this is the Block the Way wine. It's purely sticky rice wine, homemade. As a girl, a boy escorted me into the village. And you guess it, if you are a gentleman, a Dong girl will escort you into the village. They then took me into the drum tower, the center of the Dong community, for more of the welcoming ceremony. This is where everybody will meet whenever there's any major event. From their songs, I got the feeling that these people are natural actors and performers. They are born with the talent of expressing themselves in music. Although they've spent their lives in this small village in a remote corner of the world, they are just as open and confident as if they were from an urban jungle. According to Dong custom, groups of girls and boys visit other villages in a kind of group date like this. Singing is their way to get close to people and make direct contact in a short time.
As the guest, I got the honor to sit with the elderly of the village, and it's such an overwhelming welcoming ceremony. I'm totally surprised.
The drum tower is uniquely Dong in style, and it's where all the important events take place in the village. When the elderlies decided to have a meeting, the drum on top of the tower is sounded, and everybody who hears it drops whatever they're doing and turns up. The drum tower in Zhengchong is among the oldest of its kind. It was built some 300 years ago, without a single nail, all from wood, but still stands firm. The drum tower is not only the symbol of the Dong village, it's also their pride. No outsiders can be involved in building it, so the final structure reflects the villagers' skills and prestige. Surrounded by forests and a little river, Zhengchong is like a nirvana tucked away in an unpolluted, unspoiled natural world. About 100 families make up the small community, and the pastoral scenery is impressively serene. You will want to hide here forever, soaking up both the environment and the local hospitality.
About 1,000 years ago, the ancestors of Dong people moved from eastern China, the lower reaches beyond the river, into Guizhou, the southwestern China. Here, the ancestors of Zheng Chong built their tomb right beside the village. You see, even in another world, they still maintain their tradition of hospitality. Anybody home? Their door is always open for any guest.
It's hard to find a Dong person, young or old, who does not sing. As the Dongs don't have their own written system, traditional folklore and all their important history is passed on in song. There are more than 10 types of songs, sung at different occasions. When you are dating, spinning, sitting in a group drinking, inviting people to drink, the list goes on and on. All in all, the most famous singing village is called Xiaohuang in Congjiang County, 2 hours' drive from the Congjiang Center. The Dong children learn to sing almost as soon as they start to speak. At the age of 5 or 6, they are sent to special classes for instruction. Each village has its own recognized teachers, who earn their respected titles through general public consensus. The singing teacher usually teaches lyrics and rhythm of the tunes to a small group of children. They also decide who will play what role in the choir. When the children grow up, they don't need a conductor to lead them, and any group that comes together can sing like a professional chorus at moment's notice. Although they're able singers, it doesn't stop them from drinking. And after a few drinks, their voices get even better. Such voices can only be heard in this part of China. They are natural and moving and reach out directly to your heart. The timeless melody contains all the wisdom and talent passed on in the Dong people. If you want to hear it for yourself on the spot and meet these incredible people, you have to come here to southeastern Guizhou.